inspiration for today's sermon was the big blue ocean. When you look in the ocean, you can't really see very much, can you? I mean, you can maybe look down from really high in the sky, you see just a lot of blue or green. Even if you get really close on a very bright, shiny day, at most you can see 2 to 3 feet underwater. But we know, right, how much water is in there. 75% of the earth is made out of water. There's all these fish and different types of animals in the water. So many that we might not have even ever seen some of them. Some of them are big monster-looking creatures. Some of them are cute little fish. Some of them we have different plants down there, different types of mountains and volcanoes underwater. There's so much going on under there that even in this lifetime, we will not be able to find out everything that's in there. So when we deal with the ocean, how do we deal with the ocean? We deal with the ocean carefully because we know that we are not the master of it, right? When we get on the boats, we wear life vests, we're careful, we look at the seasons, we look at the wind, the strength of the wind. We're very careful. Why? Because we know that there's a lot that we don't know. We know that it's not under our control. We think that the earth and the land, we can control it. We can build houses on it, we can change it, we can destroy it, but water, we can't control it. And so when we go on water, we're careful. We're deliberate. We make sure that we make a good plan and we have contingencies and we're ready to adapt to any situation. The same thing goes for our normal day lives. When you see things, when someone does something, you almost always know who did it, right? You're in the house and it's just 2 of you. It's just, Chris and Nee in the house. All of a sudden, Chris is on the left side of the house, Nee's on the right side of the house, and you hear a loud immediately Chris's first opinion is going to be, Nee did something. And Nee's first thing is going to be, oh, Chris did something. It's immediate. It's automatic. We make assumptions right away. If something happens, oh, I assume that it's this person. Oh, I assume that it's this. Right away. We have no doubt. We have no concern that it might not be. It might be wrong. We make assumptions and we let our feelings get angry. We let our feelings feel the aggression, feel the assuredness that this is the way it is. And then we take action. When we see them, even if we think we're tricky, it's like, did you hear something? But even when you ask them that, in your mind you know, you better confess. If you don't confess, I'm going to ask you right next, what did you do? Some people are not so tricky. They say it straight out. What did you do? And then a fight comes out. Now, the Buddha taught that everything in the world is impermanent. There's so much left in the world that we can't understand. Things that have to do with karma, things that have to do with what's going to happen, other people's thoughts, other people's actions. Just like when you watch the sitcoms on TV, how do all the problems happen? They always happen because either the nang-ek, the heroine, doesn't know the true intentions of the paeg or the hero, and then she has to do this for the whole show until she finds out that he really loves her. Why? Because she doesn't have all the information. Now it's the same thing. In our daily lives, we should be not unsure of ourselves, but we should have a little bit of doubt in our hearts that we know everything. Because the person that knows everything is the person that stops learning. Once you stop learning, you stop growing. Once you stop growing, all you do is wait to die. Now, as human beings, our bodies are not under our control. But our minds, we can control that. We can control it so that we keep growing, so that we keep improving as people. And how do we do that? By accepting and acknowledging that we don't know everything, that there's a lot more left to be learned. And also, there's a lot that goes on that we don't know, that we're not aware of. Through this practice, you're more careful. Through this practice, you're more excited. Like when you see new animals from the sea or you see new plants, you get excited because you've never seen them before. This is the way that we should live our lives. And this is the way that we should practice. With a little bit of doubt in ourselves. So that when things happen, we learn from it. Rather than, oh, I already knew that. I already knew that. Even when it's something that you knew, you might be able to learn about it in a new way. Yeah? So now I'm going to translate this into Thai for those of us